quarterback controversies all around the league. There's a bunch of competitions. There's a lot going on. Which storyline, which young quarterback do you think starts first? Other than Trevor Lawrence, who's going to be the starter unless Gardner Minshew can get him. But which young guy, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, what young guy you think is going to get in there first, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, Gardner Minshew is not going to start. I don't even think he's going to be on the team. Okay, so.
Well, he didn't take a poop for 2 weeks because he didn't want to be number 2. Oh, you're saying he might be number 4. Oh.
No, I think someone's going to go try and trade for him. I think he's going to be a person that teams want to go trade for after they watch their guys play. I just think after I watched what Justin Fields did week 1, I sit there and go, there's just no way. There's just no way that Matt Nagy, I sent this tweet out this morning. There's 2 reasons why nowadays that you would not start a first-round rookie quarterback. Number 1, if the team is so bad around him that you are sincerely concerned about ruining the kid. And that means, dude, our offensive line is terrible and our skill position guys are terrible. Like, if you got a good group of either one, you start that kid. And then the second reason would be he doesn't have any trait or quality after you got him into your building and on practice fields and in preseason games. He doesn't have a trait or quality that's going to allow him to survive a little bit. You know, you don't want to put a guy out there where he's just incapable of surviving, whether it's hits, whether it's, rushes. I can't get away from the humans trying to hit me. My arm is not strong enough to fit it into windows, whatever that is. And if once you realize that, that's when you also realize you took the wrong guy. So I just don't think any of these first-round quarterbacks have those problems. I think Jacksonville is good enough with Trevor. I think the Jets are going to be so much better on offense that Zach Wilson's going to be plenty good, and his athleticism is going to be good enough for him to play. I think Trey Lance, I will say this. Trey Lance's first preseason game gave me a little bit of pause where he is with his protection handling, because there's a 3rd and 9 down in the red zone, I believe it was. There's a hot, and he's staring right at it, and he goes to throw it, and he doesn't. And I would have to sit in the meeting room with him and be like, why didn't you throw this ball? Because you don't want the kid you don't want that to be a repetitive thing. But his athleticism and his big playmaking ability, I'd start in week 1. I would. I've said that since they took him. I'd
Jimmy
start
G,
week 1.
take a hike.
Well,
he's handsome.
Trey does so much more for your offense. Is he going to be not as good, not as efficient, so to speak, in your passing game? Is he going to make more mistakes than Jimmy G and probably the minor details? Absolutely. But he's also going to create so much more for everybody. Think about RG3 2012. Did you play against RG3 in 2012?
No, but
AJ?
No, yeah.
I believe I don't know what year I played. I played against him when he was playing well, though, for sure.
Dude, I remember in 2012 when we played against them, guys were wide open, just wide open. It's because everything was built so much off of their run game, the quarterback run game. So I think it just makes their team so much better and dangerous. Again, if Matt Nagy watches the same game as me with Justin Fields and says Andy can do more for us, I struggle to believe that. And then Mac Jones, I thought Mac Jones looked really good. I just think their offense can be so efficient with Mac Jones at quarterback in New England.
Hey, what about all those young quarterbacks you mentioned? Which one of them do you think has the best setup around them with as far as the coach, the scheme, the fit, the players? Like, who is the best setup for success?
I'm taking Trey Lance out of it because I think Trey Lance is the no-brainer answer. Just Kyle Shanahan is one of the best offensive minds we've had in the NFL in 20 years. So
Dane, what's he do different? Why is he? How does he separate himself?
Yeah, I think first of all, Kyle goes, there's 53 yards side to side on every single play. And I think he takes a very strategic way of attacking those yards. I don't know if he has the greatest – it's not like he knows exactly where those yards are going to be every play, but he's going to give those guys the best chance to utilize those yards. Do you know what I'm saying? He goes so often coaches play in a box, or they coach in a box like hash to hash or something, or hash to sideline. And Kyle just goes, well, I got 53 every single play. And I'm going to figure out a way to give our guys a chance to attack those 53 yards the greatest way possible. I think he uses space better than everybody. I think he dictates personnel grouping to people more often than not. He creates so many mismatches, and it's not just in the pass game. He'll get George Kittle blocking safeties.
No.
It's just not right. He'll get Juszczyk one-on-one on a linebacker out. It's just he creates these receivers on linebackers when you go, why is that linebacker covering Deebo Samuel on a slant route? So I think he just does it in a creative, unique way better than anybody. So I'm taking Trey Lance out of that conversation. I actually believe it's Mac Jones.
No, yeah.
I just think, one, the way they coach the position, two, the offensive line, three, the usage of tight ends. I think that Mac Jones has got a really good chance to be really good in New England.